Many beginners make this mistake of ruining their beautiful florals with dull and fake leaves. So in this video, I'm going to share some techniques and some tips that you can use to make your florals look beautiful and natural and flowy. I'm going to demonstrate everything which is going to help you make your florals beautiful and way more natural. I have different shades of greens in my palette right now. So this is what usually the beginners are doing. They are using just one flat color and painting the whole of the leaves around their beautiful florals, which can really ruin the whole painting. So let me show you what to actually do to make your florals look beautiful and so vintagey that you cannot resist your eyes off the painting. Leaves are never one color. They have multiple colors of multiple shades of green. And the second mistake that they do is making them very straight with straight stems and very precise shape of the leaves. So let me quickly show you how we can correct that instantly. So for example, I want to paint here. I'm just going to take the stem and make it curved so that we see the curves here. We do not have straight stems, and I'm going to just extend my brush, make some curves and leave them here. And while the petal is still wet, I'm going to drop in some different color, a different shade of green. If you don't have different shades of green, use a brown to drop in some texture to give some variation in your leaves. And then I'll just jump into this color and I'm going to just make the petal very flowy. And I will also give some negative spaces here. I want my leaves to look natural. Sometimes leaves have different cuts on their the leaf, so I just like to leave some negative spaces in my leaves. So I'm not just precisely shaping the petals. I'm making the stems very uh, curved, very loose, and I'm just not caring to make them very precise. And meanwhile, just keep on adding different colors of green in your petals to make them very different and varied. So you can instantly see the difference between the two. Let's continue painting different kinds of leaves here. So, and do not follow a particular pattern. Just paint wherever you feel like, because in nature nothing is definite. Make some petals curvy, make them broad at some point, make them very thin on the other. It looks more natural. And then I'll just bring it one here. Make them big, make them small. Don't go with the same size. These are some of the tips which is going to make your paintings very natural. If you want, you can just overlap and touch them with one another. You can instantly see the difference here. Let me just start here. Make the branches cracky. Don't make them straight. This is going to elevate your painting a lot more than you just expect. Just make leaves very random. Use confident strokes, not precise strokes. I also want to show you how you can drop different colors in your paintings. For example, I want to paint a leaf here. I start with a pointy tip and then I press my brush on the paper and pick it up while I come towards this side. And then I'll just use a little bit of brown directly, and I'm just going to drop in somewhere here to give some shaded effects like that. You can do however and whatever you like. Let's use a little bit of red as well. I love using red in my paintings on my leaves. So let me paint a leaf here. And then I'll just use a little bit of this dark red, any shade of red. just make sure I'll mix a little bit of green here, and then I'm just going to drop in some red here. So this looks beautiful when you are using wet on wet technique. Don't overblend it, just if you have dropped it, just let it be. If you want, you can drop in some more green. Let me add a little bit of this red mixed with green to this particular petal here. It looks so beautiful. And then one more thing that you can do is just use your brush and just make some twiggy lines here and there. It gives your painting very natural, very free kind of look. Looks your composition more interesting. Add some little tiny dotted leaves here and there like this, instead of making some circles. And one more thing that I want to show you is, if you're painting some cherries around your floral composition and you plan to make some cherries like that, usually most beginners do is they clearly make circles for the cherries kind of leaves. But that's not how a professional painting should look. It should have some variation. For example, if I'm going to paint some cherries here, so I take the stems, very wriggly stems here and there, and then what I'll just mix a little bit of red with green so that it becomes very browny green, and then I'll not cover the whole circle with it. I leave some negative space in the center, which again gives a little reflection on the cherries. It doesn't look fake at all. Use different consistency of your paint. Some should be very light, some should be dark. It gives, again, life to your painting. These are few differences which is going to actually make or break your painting. So here I'm using a brown here. Let them blend with one another. Some can be just in the air like that. It doesn't need to be connected always, like this. Very simple and yet very effective. Try to use a varied number of greens, whatever you can. If you don't have these many shades of green in your palette, use a different one. Use browns, use purple, even you can use red mixed with your green, use yellow mixed with your green, which is going to make the absolute difference in your painting. You can clearly see the difference between this one and this one. So I hope these few instructions, few tips will help you in your painting. Yeah, let me know which tip you enjoyed the most, which one was the most exciting and helpful for you. And if you like this video, then please do not forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. That means a lot to me, and I will see you guys in my next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.